Okay. So Dan, you're on the set for what purpose? Why are you here?
I'm here to talk about Korea, man. I'm here to talk about Korea. I'm here to talk about GSL. I'm talking about ISF and WCS Asia, which just recently wrapped up. That's what's on this edition of the Korean Update. We always start off every update talking about GSL, and there's been lots of sparks flying, but let's first talk about Code A and how the champions are just falling one by one. Sparta took out NEST in Code A round of 1, and in round 2, MC fell to Alive, and Mini took out Flash from KT Rolster. For every person that finished in the round of 2, which means Flash and MC, they still go to the Code S up and downs, which means that they still can be in Code S for next season. But that means NEST is out of GSL next season and has to work his way up from Code B. That's just so weird to me. After 14 seasons of NEST being a stalwart in GSL Code S, he's not going to be there for Season 5 of 2012. That's like me waking up and the sun not rising from the west. I wish NEST the best in all of his endeavors, as he helped me get into StarCraft 2, and we wish him the best in all of his endeavors. On to Code S. We saw that MVP, NEST's teammate, was able to stay consistent with his Code S results as he advances to his 6th final, defeating SK Telecom's Rain, who's just been a man on fire. On the other side of the bracket, Tasia fell to life 0-3, which means that the finals will be IM MVP against StarTale Life. Another rematch between MVP versus StarTale. StarTale has not won a significant championship in any Premier tournament. Will Life be the first person to break that streak? Over into ISF. Rotterdam did cover this in his EU update, but I think it's also important to note that in the top 3 finishers were 3 European Protosses, as Monchi, the Austrian Protoss, Fnatic Neten, the Romanian Protoss, and Verdi from Vega Squadron wrapped up the top finishers for the bronze, silver, and gold. That means no Koreans. Squirtle was in that tournament. Other strong players included Sen and Sort of, but in the end, these 3 Protosses stood alone at the top. I want to commend them as they were doing a great job holding it down for Europe. There was also a female division for the ISF tournament where StarTale Aphrodite was able to take home the championship. She is often undisputed the best female player in StarCraft 2, a Grandmaster level Terran that plays for StarTale. But I want to also highlight the runner-up. Her name is Gabriella Isaacs, and she's from South Africa and is 15 years old. In addition, she made it to the finals after 5 months of playing StarCraft 2. I don't know about you, but after 5 months, I was still forgating and trying to get my way into Masters League back when StarCraft 2 officially launched. This girl is talented. I didn't even know StarCraft 2 was a thing in South Africa, and it's awesome to see more females be involved in this game. Our last bit of news is WCS Asia, which recently wrapped up, and you guessed it, Rain was able to take home the championship, being one of the top favorites in the tournament to go all the way. Rain defeated Parting from StarTale, which means StarTale still without a major tournament win. And Rain now secures a spot as one of the leading people or leading favorites for WCS Shanghai, which is the World Finals later this year. In other news, Creator was also one of the biggest favorites of the tournaments, but he didn't even place top 8. That's really weird because the top 8 also had 6 Protosses and 2 Zergs, and Creator was very much favored to even finish in the top in the finals and finish off with Rain. Never fear, Creator fans, he still advances to WCS Shanghai because he won Korea. This also brings into question because that means another Protoss is in the top 32. What's the race distribution like for WCS Asia? It's 4 Terrans, 15 Zergs, and 13 Protosses, which means there are no Terrans represented in WCS Shanghai. It's Illusion, it's Lucifron, it's Major, and Phoenix. Can these 4 Terrans do anything in the top 32? Lucifron may be the favorite to go the farthest. Maybe Major can make a splash. But is it just going to be Protoss versus Zerg? Well, I know 2 people that I'll be very happy. Probably Mr. Bitter and Rotterdam. That does it for this edition of the Korean Update, from Incheon to Suncheon and everything in between. If you see anything you want to spotlight in Korea, maybe I missed something, let me know. Dan at NASL.tv. This has been the Korean Update. Have a good night.